What's going on, everyone? Thank you for joining me. Today's reaction, Bowser vs. Eggman death battle. Now I've heard this is a great death battle, so I'm very excited to see this. After the reaction, I'll talk about the characters, but I think Eggman's going to win. He has technology on his side. Bowser's just a big turtle. He's like the Incredible Hulk. So I think Eggman's going to win. I'm excited to see what we're in for. Let's go! Oh man, death battle!
Bowser versus Dr. Eggman.
The king of the Koopas and the baddest of badniks. And they're not alone.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
Oh, they can use an army?
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Ah, the Mushroom
This is a game
Kingdom.
changer.
A peaceful land of kindness, adventure, love.
Ah, boring. Move aside, princess. It's time this place got way more awesome. Here comes King Koopa himself, better known as Bowser.
The moment this orphan star child was found by Kamek, it was clear Bowser would command the disparate outcasts of the Mushroom world. The Koopa Clan.
Sadly, not everyone's born a toad, and they treat these critters like monsters, fated to a life of infinite jump farming for one-ups.
Bowser wanted a different world. But Princess Peach Toadstool would never allow the evil king's day in the sun. Her light was so bright, Bowser became infatuated with her.
So he turned all the toads into bricks and kidnapped her, putting their princess in another castle, and another, like 40 years of castles, only to be released if she agrees to marry him and his dad bod.
Yet he was foiled time and time again by those pesky Mario brothers. However, Bowser is nothing if not persistent.
Look at him! Dude's built like a brick house strapped to a saw trap. That spike shell takes a lot of punishment. Not even the weight of a castle can scratch it, especially when he rolls up like a prehistoric Beyblade.
And the Koopa King doesn't just breathe
Beyblade.
fire and control lava, he commands nature itself.
Spitting meteors from outer space, beckoning the earth with a snap, inhaling torrents of wind, straight up calling
Reality
down
warping.
lightning. What else has he got?
Oh, just a little dabbling in dark magic.
Hell yeah, Wizard Turtle.
The original NES manual even describes him
Wizard
as a
Turtle.
sorcerer king. Magic is how he turned the toads into bricks, only countered by the princess's heart magic.
But that's not all the magic he's mastered. Telekinesis, creating perfect clones, reanimating his undead skeleton, and worst of all, ruining every game of Mario Party. Hey, no! I stole those coins fair and square!
Bowser spent decades hoarding
Wario.
treasures, coins, magic star rods, warships, clown cars, you name it. This is the same guy that created multiple flying castles fashioned after his own face.
Yeah, he's definitely got an ego on him. He's talked about having a 4-digit IQ, but I've seen this moron put death traps in his
possible?
own backyard. A man after my own heart.
Despite his clumsiness, Bowser's charisma and leadership brought many to his side. Not enough to defeat Mario, but his army doesn't make it easy on the Red Plumber.
They're the most wicked band of misfits this side
Wow.
of World 8-4. The Koopa Troop.
An army spanning multiple territories across the Mushroom world and beyond.
Goombas, Koopas, the Troopas, and the others make up the infantry. Some with wings, some in shoes, and some even in race cars. They're the red shirts, first in and first out.
Piranha plants, bloopers, and lakitus use their surroundings to get the jump on unsuspecting prey, by land, sea, or
That's a
sky.
lot.
We'd be here forever jotting down the small fries. Booze, shy guys, sentient bombs with feet, and more.
It was imperative for Bowser to nurture a unit that covers their own vulnerabilities. For example, Kamek and King Boo both have magic, but Boo has battlefield control with illusions and destabilizing dimensions, while Kamek focuses on buffing allies, canceling enemy powers, summoning anything he desires.
Or swapping my items to screw up my Mario Party lead. Not again.
Speaking of items, most of the minions can use pretty much any power-up Mario can. The Goombas make frequent use of Tanuki tails, and Bowser can really get into the cat roleplay. But as the Koopa Troop grew and grew, it started to feel less like an army and more like a family unit.
Oh, you mean like his kids, the Koopalings?
They're adopted.
What's the difference?
Good point.
I didn't know
Bowser
that.
took them in and even trained them in dark magic.
Though no one's as spoiled as his natural Nepo baby, Bowser Jr., captain of the Koopa Troop.
Spoiled is an understatement. Remember his escapades as Shadow Mario? He terrorized Delfino Plaza with literal evil paint. That whole debacle chuckle was basically his attempt at elementary school art class.
And I bet Bowser still has some on the fridge. But really, the king is very protective of his kids. If the fam's in trouble, he can will himself to transform into a giant kaiju, all to crush whatever bullies target smack.
Maybe a little overkill. Just one punch from Giant Bowser launched a castle out of orbit. Taking into account the flight path and the scale of their universe, Bowser's punch must have hit with a force of over 125 trillion tons of TNT. Considering how Yoshi punted poor Raphael the Raven so hard he exploded into a constellation of stars, this isn't even close to Bowser's full strength.
So don't bully his kid, especially if he falls into some of Bowser Jr.'s set of black paint. That stuff's scary.
Enough to unleash Bowser's Dark Fury, a form whose very steps cause widespread natural disasters.
Okay, seriously, how does Mario ever beat this guy? He's like Godzilla, Doctor Strange, and John Cena all in one big turtle.
We're not even to the best part. Bowser's dark magic became so potent he eventually learned how to warp the very fabric of reality.
Anything the king imagines, he makes happen. He turned all of Yoshi's Island into a storybook. And remember those painted worlds in Mario 64? Yeah, he made those. Yeah. And the staircase that goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Oh God, does anyone know how to BLJ?
He also stole ultra-powerful items like the Wonder Flower, which can mold reality like Play-Doh, and the Dream Stone, which can be used to wish someone out of existence.
But his most iconic thefts are those big shiny power stars.
Don't judge a book by its cover. Infant power stars, aka Lumas, can become whole galaxies. They also ferried Mario across the universe in 3 seconds. That's 489 quadrillion times light speed.
Obviously, the Big Daddy Grand Stars are even crazier. Bowser used one to power his space kingdom, but then guess who showed up to ruin everything? It's a him!
And when the Grand Star was freed, it caused a chain reaction that destroyed the entire universe via a massive black hole.
Thanks, Space God, that Rosalina showed up to save the day.
Not that Bowser needed saving. He's been swallowed by another black hole and thrown into a star that went supernova.
Imagine if this crazy OP fire turtle had to fight himself. Oh wait, he did, and he beat the hell out of him.
With all this power, it's a wonder he still hasn't conquered the Mushroom Kingdom. Perhaps it's because his visions of grandeur were never really what he sought. Surrounding him is a crew of outcasts and miscreants like him, ride or dies that can't be swayed against him.
Oh, are you saying he's secretly happy because he's got a big monster family now?
Yes, but also when they actually work together, they legitimately conquered most of the known universe. So...
he's a baddie through and through, who will teleport through space and time to show you what's what. Because he's no ordinary Koopa. Make way for the king!
Alright, this is a game changer. I didn't know that about Bowser. He's got reality warping powers. Okay.
Citizens of Earth, lend me your ears. Imagine a world of endless possibility, where people are free as the wind. Isn't it disgusting? Now imagine a better world, one with proper guidance and the technology to bring about global peace.
But Wiz, only a brilliant mind can make that happen.
Not just any brilliant mind, he's a genius at heart who knows the dangers within. He's Ivo Robotnik.
Dr. Eggman!
As a mad scientist myself, his story is my inspiration, just as Eggman's was his grandfather, Gerald Robotnik, who sought to create world peace through technology. But then his beloved granddaughter, Maria, was killed by the Guardian Unit of Nations, better known as...
Gun. They're frickin' called G-U-N. Anyway, Lil Eggy grew up a lonely narcissist because all his family talked about was Maria this, Maria that. Boo-hoo!
Neglect and envy tainted Ivo's goals of following Gerald's footsteps. He distanced himself from his grandfather's legacy. Instead of bettering the world, he would conquer it to get the attention he deserved.
No, you mean craved. Desperately craved.
Tomato, tomato.
You just said it the same way twice.
He aimed to establish Eggman Land, a capital of science. And this paradise would have worked just fine if not for that blasted Sonic the Hedgehog.
For years, Eggman's plans literally blew up in his face.
He's got a daughter?
And he's a very sore loser.
But just like any good experiment, the doctor did more testing, seeking better results.
He's created plenty of knickknacks to terrorize the world with. A laser gun, a cloning ray, mind control cannons, a flying flying armada, typical evil scientist stuff.
Then there's
Right.
the big ones. He invented a spatial displacement trap, which, while online, scatters a target's atoms across space. Oh, and then there's the metal virus, which transmutes organic tissue into living metal zombies. It's
That
so
sucks.
deadly, it created a plague that nearly wiped out all life on Earth.
Shame Eggman never made himself immune to it. That's a whoopsie.
And when he's not duping you with decoys, he's riding in style with the Eggmobile. It's lightweight
Yeah,
for maneuverability,
Eggmobile.
but tough enough to withstand moon-sized explosions and even the center of a black hole.
I mean, it's kinda lame looking, but he can plug it into big bad mechs like the Egg Walker or the Death Egg Robot, whose giant laser once obliterated 77,000 cubic meters of rock in an instant. That's like
Goodness.
having an atomic bomb in your pocket all the time. Oh, okay, maybe this guy's pretty cool.
Eggman built machines for a long list of combat situations. Some look like
Oh, that was
knights,
a dragon.
others use extraterrestrial sources like the Wisps, and then there's the orbital bases, like the Death Egg.
The
Yeah,
reference
the
is
Death
obvious,
Star.
but Darth Vader's
Yeah.
version is like a toy compared to the Death Egg, which can annihilate stars. Woof! A whole constellation gone in one shot.
That's not to say Eggman
Man.
doesn't enjoy scrapping with blue hedgehogs himself. Enter the Egg Dragoon.
Hell yeah! The rawest of the battle mechs. It's got electric drills. It's got ice missiles. It's got a whole lot of bullets. My God, Wes! I need it.
And don't forget, Eggman built all of these things himself. Maybe world domination is in his grasp yet.
One problem. Eggman's a turbo loner. No hobbies, no friends, no wife, no nothing.
Come on, he has friends. I mean, he's a
Does he?
feminist. Oh, okay, maybe
Huh.
not, but what about Infinite? Sure, they might have joined forces over a mutually sought revenge against Shadow, but it counts. Sort of. Who needs friends when you can build friends?
Obviously, Eggman has a tough time collaborating with others, so he just built his own army instead.
The Eggman Empire.
The Badniks are mass-produced foot soldiers, buzz bombers, crab meats, caterkillers, egg robos, and don't forget those cute little moto bugs. The Badniks may seem simple, but they're led by an elite, multi-talented unit, the hard-boiled heavies. Really leaning into the egg thing, huh?
The army has a wide
like
variety of
it.
troops, even your classic comedy duo with Orbot and Cubot. They're Eggman's assistants and immense disappointments. Every genius has their duds.
Hey, at least they're not
I
scratching
know about none of
rounder.
these characters.
But that's why he's made top-notch bots modeled after the Sonic cast, like everyone's favorite robo-faker, Metal Sonic.
Oh, I
Metal
know
Sonic
Metal
has the
Sonic.
most horsepower in the Eggman Empire. He has the moves and speed of Sonic and then some. He's had his rebellious phases, but Eggman's reprogrammed Metal to better follow his commands. Additionally, when upgraded to his Neo form, Metal Sonic could copy biological data, including unique powers like Shadow's time stop technique, Chaos Control.
He could
Oh.
even copy Silver's psychokinesis, and with enough chaos energy, he powers up into Super Neo Metal Sonic.
Though everything
No
would change with
way.
the appearance of the Phantom Ruby. One of many trump cards at Eggman's disposal, the Phantom Ruby alters reality by manipulating perception.
Basically super OP illusions, but in Infinite's hands, it's a weapon of mass destruction. I don't know how illusions translate to body replicas, changing gravity, or making a fake sun, but go off, King!
And when used on the planet's consciousness, which is a thing, the Ruby granted Eggman the Light Man form. Yep,
The Light
apparently
Man?
Super Eggman is canon, though it is
I
pretty
know.
complicated to manifest.
But
No.
the Phantom Ruby isn't the only souped-up gem Eggman has. He's used the Jeweled Scepter to make the world-shattering Egg Wizard. Then, on more than one occasion, he's effortlessly gathered the super rare, super powerful Chaos Emeralds. You know, the things that power Super Saiyan Hedgehog.
Eggman built and built and built, and eventually, he built something that started to build on him. Sage was originally designed as a mere assistant, but through an alien encounter, she was granted actual sentience.
Sage is already super powerful, but now she's also super smart. She thought up millions of battle plans all at once to defeat the massive titans.
And you can barely remember where you put your Doom
Sonic
Book.
fight
I know
Titans
exactly
now?
where it is. It's at the police impound. Thank you very much.
Sage was Eggman's saving grace. He had previously found machines with personality lacking, but Sage's great adequacy in serving her function provided Eggman with something that, for the first time, he'd hate to lose. In essence, a sort of daughter.
So, like any good daddy,
Oh,
gave her
she's
the
the
keys
daughter.
to his car, his spaceship, and his orbital death ray. Hell, Now she controls the entire army.
And this frankly unheard of trust from Eggman became crucial in defeating the End, a primordial entity so mighty even Supersonic struggled against it.
Their battle can only be described as peak fiction, because charged by 7 Chaos Emeralds, Supersonic's no joke.
The power of 1 emerald can shift continents. All 7 together can shift the universe.
And kill some
He
pretty
defeated
terrifying
Sonic?
bosses, like Eggman's Time Eater, which ripped apart space-time like tissue paper.
In short, Chaos Emeralds give thoughts power. With them, Eggman's best machines can run indefinitely while matching the greatest powers ever seen. Like when 3 supers battled Solaris, who tried to destroy time itself.
What is going
Solaris
on?
extended its chaos across
Time
multiple
itself.
timelines in about 20 seconds, or 73 quadrillion times light speed.
It's funny
Numbers.
though, while Eggman's smarts have sort of defeated Sonic here and there, he's pretty effective when he teams up with the Blue Blur to save the world.
Well, recall how Professor Gerald was a good person before losing the granddaughter he loved. In Eggman's case, now that he has Sage, perhaps a similar story is playing out in reverse.
Oh, wow.
Nah, Eggy will always have a harebrained scheme behind his cufflinks.
So watch out, critters and plebeians of the world. He is the Eggman, and he's got the master plan.
Alright, I still think Eggman's gonna win, but I wouldn't be surprised if Bowser wins.
All right, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Death battle! Let's go! Let's go! This is Catfish?
This territory is now the base for my upcoming Eggman Land 2. What a joke! I am Dr. Eggman, your new genius overlord. Get a load of this!
He's so mad he can't even talk. Oh, there's a dragon!
Shut up, nerd!
Ooh! Oh! Already? No! Oh.
Call these toys an invasion force? Let's see Toads do better. That's a decoy, idiot! Infinite!
This power is without peer. It is the ultimate strength.
Oh, it's over. It's over. Oh, that thing! That thing gave me nightmares. I'm not gonna play the game. Football. Oh, Metal Sonic. Dude, this is crazy. Dude, he is dominating the battlefield.
It's too late.
Ooh! Oh, they went through.
All according to plan.
You've lost the battle before it has begun.
Excellent work as always.
Yeah.
Ready to wrap this up, Sage?
As you planned.
You know what they say, the more the merrier.
Oh, that pink.
Showtime.
Oh! Oh, it looks awesome! He's so chaotic. Dude! Oh! This is awesome! Nah!
I'll crush you.
Dude! No, oh! Oh, geez! Oh. Oh, this is crazy! Metal Sonic is just overpowered.
Keep your hands off my...
Godzilla Blast! Oh, this is awesome! Dude!
Sage! The Death Egg! Max power!
What the Death Egg! Y'all done! No way! I think, oh crap.
Curses! Sage! Fire is again! Wait!
Wham the... I don't think it's no help, bro.
So long, Doctor!
Oh! No! Bowser
This war
won!
was not an easy one to win, which might seem surprising given how the Sonic series is not afraid to show how tough its cast is, while Mario's comes across as more cartoony.
But as it turns out, Bowser had everything he needed to take Chrome Dome down. Strap in, this one's a lot, so we'll break it down into 5 categories.
First up is physical stats. Bowser pretty handedly outmatched any of Eggman's usual mechs, like the Egg Dragoon or the Death Egg Robot.
The Death Egg robot could level cities. Bowser could punch a castle out of orbit.
The Death Egg could destroy
Okay.
stars, but Yoshi could match that level of power, and Bowser's strength is certainly above the green dinosaurs. Plus, while both Bowser and Eggman's tech survived black holes, Bowser's was much larger.
So, he may win stats,
Wow.
but this could change with their powers. With so many items and minions, that could make all that a moot point.
Aside from power-up items, both could manipulate minds, create duplicates, and alter space-time. However, Bowser had a significant edge in having access to the majority of his abilities at all times.
Yeah, Eggman can do some crazy stuff, but only across different mechs, fortresses, or space bases. Bowser's all natural.
okay,
He's got all his best powers built in, and he ain't even a robot.
Meaning he wins the war of attrition. He even had counters for battle enders
That
like
makes
the
sense.
Metal Virus and Spatial Displacement Trap. Context matters for those weapons, and both backfired in the past. But more importantly, Bowser could simply reverse the effects with his transmutation magic. Conversely, most of Eggman's robots could get turned into, say, a frog or a block with no reliable way back. Bowser takes the edge in powers.
But definitely not
Alright.
for intelligence. Come on,
He's too
you have a
old.
4-digit IQ, Bowser? Really? That's cute. I mean, don't
Yeah.
get me wrong. Bowser's not an idiot, usually. Just really, really clumsy. Poor fella.
Meanwhile, Eggman's an engineering genius who rarely ever gets bested by brains.
Easy dub. Now, let's talk trump cards.
As in, items so powerful
Okay.
they could decide the entire outcome on their own.
The Phantom Ruby was super dangerous, but specifically targets perceptions. Unlike Bowser's Wonder Flower, which mucks up reality for real. The Ruby affected a whole planet, but the Wonder Flower had the power to alter the universe. Also, the Dreamstone's ability to wish anything out of existence would have no problem cleaning up Super Neo Metal Sonic or Time Eater.
Their most prized possessions was a tougher call. Together, the Chaos Emeralds can break the universe, but so can the Grand Stars. Arguably not as much given the Emerald scaling to Solaris, though Power Stars and Grand Stars are far more plentiful. Clearly, this is getting fairly abstract, and both had multiple options that could win the day instantly, so the safest bet is to call this category a tie.
Which means it's finally time to compare their armies. Eggman seems deadlier at first glance. I mean, look at all those
That's what I
buzzsaws
thought.
and rockets. Metal Sonic speed and power alone could solo most of the Koopa Troop. But the Eggman Empire lacked something Bowser had in spades: teamwork and loyalty.
Eggman is a notoriously
Really?
terrible team player. His alliances are practically guaranteed to fall apart.
Hell, in Sonic Generations, he could barely manage working with himself.
Eggman's army is designed to be controlled by just him. To Eggman, it's harder to command those with free will, hence his rivalry with the free-natured Sonic.
Meanwhile, the Koopa Troop follows Bowser because they actually like him. They train really hard to cover each other's weak points.
Giving them plenty of advantages
Oh.
as this war progressed, like battlefield control through King
Okay.
Boo's magic and Bowser Jr.'s paint. And since the Koopa Troop doesn't rely that much on technology, Sage's hacking potential had little use.
Also, secret weapon? Kamek
makes
is
sense.
kinda busted, canceling Metal Sonic's power copying, stealing the Phantom Ruby, and potentially swapping the Chaos Emeralds were huge game changers.
Add on that Bowser and his army can use any Mario power-up item, and they had billions of combinations that the Eggman Empire just could not actively plan against. Even with Sage's millions of plans to take down the Titans, she thought them to be unbeatable, which Sonic proved was incorrect.
Just comparing their conquests makes it clear. The Eggman Empire took over the whole planet, but Bowser's troop conquered most of the universe.
Eggman was no pushover. His wit,
Alright.
power output, and ridiculous machines gave Bowser the biggest fight of his life. But the Koopa King's ludicrous strength, abilities, and united forces ultimately prevailed.
Eggman tried to poach the king, and now he's cracked and scrambled.
The winner is Bowser.
Next
I
time
like
on
it.
Death
All right.
Battle.
All right, Bowser. The world? Oh, is that the Among Us? That was a great death battle. The epicness was unreal. And I gotta say, I think I underestimated Bowser. I didn't know his army had that much versatility. And the chemistry with the Koopa troops, that says something. So it makes sense why he won. What I like about these characters is that they represent contrasting themes. You got Bowser, who represents magic. Eggman represents technology. Two different themes like that can create interesting stories. In this case, it created an interesting death battle. What do you think about this death battle? Leave your comments, like, share, subscribe. Take it easy.